All right, y'all. I am late. I am late. I know I am late. It has been a Friday, and all of y'all that are from Los Angeles have been in LA. Y'all know what it is. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all's patience. And get popping in just a second here. What up? All right. Woo! What's happening? What's happening? It has been a journey this afternoon, y'all. I'll tell y'all what. But I'm Miguel Tranquilo Dana. What's happening? Bryant, what's good, G? What's good? Vincent Norman, what's happening? What's good? I want to hear from you on white on white Rick. Let's talk about that. Big up to White Rick and his team. They hit me up on the DM. I'm not sure if he'll be able to join us, but hopefully he can make it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all giving me some time. It's hot as hell out here in these streets. It's supposed to be fall almost, and it's 106 degrees out in San Bernardino. So do not move to I love you, Veronica, but I will not be moving to San Bernardino. I love you too, Aaron and Miss Kindness, but I will not be moving to the Inland Empire. It is the end of August and 106 damn degrees out there. Oh, fuck that. big up to White Rick and his team. Hopefully they can join us like on. Yeah, big up to White Rick and his team. Hopefully they can join us live this afternoon and speak directly from the man himself. It's an incredible story, straight up. 115 in Palm Springs. Like, come on, Alex, come on, man. I thought it was these streets in Los Angeles, but I digress. Let's get into it, man. I know I'm late on top of being late. So let's hop into it. Let's get into the story. So everybody, my name is Rico Lamite. I'm the founder of Cannabis Global, one network, many voices, decentralized media broadcast organization out here. Oh man, look at this, man. My damn gimbal over here with Cannabis Global is going dead. So let me fix that for a second. It can't be all bootleg over here. But this thing, man, look at this thing. Pay $150 for this damn thing. Fucking up. But anyways, Cannabis Global, decentralized media broadcast organization. We got people all over the industry telling stories directly from them, because I can't tell you what's going on better than you can out in Michigan. That's why we got my man Chris Jackson out there. I can't tell you better than what my man Joe Stallsworth can out of Connecticut. That's why we got him out there. And so if you guys want to become a affiliate and become a decentralized media broadcast affiliate of Cannabis Global, just let us know, man. We got spots, and we'd love to have you join the team. And we would love for people to stop speculating. If you give one side of the story, everybody loses. If you guys have not checked us out on State of Cannabis NewsHour, come out and get your daily dose every single weekday morning, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. At 9 a.m. on the West Coast and 12 p.m. on the West Coast. And me and 11 other awesome thought leaders across the industry, we come together and we debate great stories. We read the news, and we all come together and smoke joints together. So that's how we get down. So today's story, let's talk about White Rick, the legend out there in Detroit, apparently. And let's get into it. So plenty of us already, or at least know parts of the Rick Ross story. Freeway Ricky Ross out here in Los Angeles, South Central LA. Big shout out to the Freeway Boys, my man Jamal, Freeway Ricky, and the whole crew over there. So if you guys don't know who the real Rick Ross is, not the rapper, he's cocaine kingpin turned cannabis entrepreneur who was used by Ronald Reagan's CIA to pump drugs into Black communities. I highly recommend people check out his stories, numerous documentaries, movies, and dramas chronicling different parts of his phenomenal story. But, well, there's another famous cocaine game-tied Rick from the Midwest getting into the cannabis industry with a comparable story. The Michigan cannabis game is on fire right now, and White Boy Rick, his brand, The Eighth, is up to that right now. They up next. If you haven't heard of White Boy Rick, you're about to see him everywhere. In 1987, Richard Wershey Jr., a.k.a. White Boy Rick, was sent in prison for possessing cocaine at the tender age of 17 years old. Since he was 14 years old, the FBI had been using White Boy Rick as an informant to infiltrate drug gangs in Detroit, where she was finally released for good behavior last year after serving 33 years, the longest for any nonviolent juvenile in Michigan, at the very least in the U.S., most people think, even in the world, maybe. So upon release, he decided to sue the FBI and Detroit police for $100 million, claiming he'd never been involved with drugs and the FBI, if the FBI never recruited him years old. So he's now shifting his focus from white to green, entering the cannabis industry out in Michigan, where she's partnering with Pleasant Trees Cannabis Company to produce The Eighth, a double entendre referring to the standard weed measurement of and the Eighth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution prohibiting cruel and unusual punishment. It's also a nod to his own heavy sentence served, as well as many others in the U.S. drug system. Wershey's new life work is fighting back against the war on drugs, and an unstated portion of the proceeds of The Eighth will go toward releasing others who were wrongfully or excessively imprisoned for drug offenses. The Eighth will soon be announcing their yet-to-be-revealed flagship flower strain provided by Pleasant Trees and looking into a full lineup of concentrates, vape batteries, and merch. Wershey says that several cannabis companies approached him, but he ended up teaming up with Pleasant Trees after developing a liking to their social equity agenda. One of the things that sold him about Pleasant Trees was the criminal justice reform that they had already been working on. He said that when they started talking to him, it was kind of like a hand fitting a glove perfectly. Pleasant Trees Director of Legal Operations, Jerome Crawford, said that their social equity plans include creating opportunities for formerly incarcerated people and hiring and helping them obtain an education, working legislation and advocacy efforts, and funding initiatives to offer charity for less fortunate people in the communities that they work in. White Boy Rick's life story was told in the 2018 biopic starring Matthew McConaughey, and he's set to be played by Eminem in upcoming 50 Cent type Black Mafia family series on Stars. If you guys have not seen the documentary on White Boy Rick on Netflix, check that out, man. It's crazy. Some crazy stuff that he was doing with BMF, and I won't spoil it for you guys. nuts. But he said that he's also working on a documentary film about his own life, tentatively titled The Long Road Home, telling his version of everything that he went through directly from him. The Eighth, the brand, is slated to hit Michigan dispensary shelves this fall. And of course, it's going to be following a launch party out in Detroit. I'm sure my people are going to be involved with that. Shout out to Tatiana Grant out there in Detroit doing her damn thing, part of Cannavision Midwest. And one of the biggest names in events in the industry, outside of the industry, all of that in Michigan. That's today's story, man. What y'all think about any of this, man? Whether it's Freeway Rick, whether it's White Boy Rick, out in the Midwest, cocaine, infamous cocaine superstars are coming into the cannabis industry, and they're doing their thing. I mean, I know Freeway Rick is doing his thing, working with people from underserved communities. They have served their time, and straight up, White Boy Rick served his time. He served more than any other juvenile, period. And he's out here and he's actually working with the company trying to get opportunities to people of color, trying to get opportunities to people in underserved communities. So at least on the surface, I don't know them personally. I don't know the Pleasantries, the brand. Hopefully they reach out. I'd love to hear directly from them. I don't know them personally, but on the surface, it sounds like it is a good initiative, and they got some good shit going on there. They're, like I said, they're donating a portion of the proceeds from all of their profits toward releasing others wrongfully and excessively imprisoned by drug offenses. I'm all for that. We need to get all of these drug prisoners of war, get them out, man. If they were drug kingpins, that's one of the biggest things that I learned. I've got some stories with Freeway Rick, right? So back in Vegas at the MJ BizCon, I want to say 4 years ago, Rick was selling his book. He wasn't in the cannabis industry. He actually came out there, and a girl named Perry, she says, I think it's great that Rick is getting a refresher. I do too. And so Freeway Rick, he came out to Vegas, and my company was just about to go public. We rented out an entire hotel, and we were having a party before we went public at the hotel there. And I just met Freeway Rick in LA before we were out in Vegas, and he hit me up. And he was like, "Hey, Rico, we just got kicked out of this dope magazine party because I'm trying to sell my book. I'm trying to show people my books. And I heard y'all got a party." I was like, "Hell yeah, come on over." And what I was able to witness at that point was phenomenal, because I got Freeway Rick to meet some of these high-level tech CEOs and shit like that, and they just understood each other. So that's when it clicked in my head that a boss is a boss. It's more of a mentality than anything else. And you got this drug kingpin who did all of this shit behind the scenes, and he did his time, and he came out and he's literally trying to talk to kids at schools and all that other stuff, and trying to get his book out there. He wasn't even in the game in cannabis yet, and these people were showing love to him. They're showing respect. The CEO of Trees was Cy Scott over at Headset. I got pictures with all of them, like at Freeway Rick, meeting them for the first time, and they were just so enamored that the real Rick Ross was at this damn like tech nerd cannabis party at MJ BizCon. That's before like everybody was going out there and all that. But MJ BizCon was super cool. They got to kick it with a true boss. So it's more of a mentality than anything else. A boss is a boss, a soldier is a soldier, and I really think if we start to merge those two different worlds, like there's no stopping us in this cannabis industry, period. So free all of these prisoners of war. That's my number one. Is White Boy Rick's the 8th brand of good look for Michigan cannabis? Like I said, on the surface, I think yes. We need more cannabis companies openly stating what they're going to do. Not just because they're saying they're going to do one thing and they can do the complete opposite, but they are stating it and we can hold them to account. If they don't do what they said they were going to do, then we can hold them into account. So I think it's a good thing for everybody involved. How do y'all feel about buying legal product from big names in the cocaine gang? Like we just said, I'm okay with it as long as, but let me put an asterisk on that. I'm okay with it as long as they're respecting the game, right? It's a totally different lane than the lane that they were in. Just like, a cannabis kingpin isn't going to go into the coke game and try to compete with them. As long as they're respecting the game and the rules and parameters are set before them, they're respecting and showing love to everybody who's there before them. Why the fuck not? Does the Detroit Police Department even have $100 million to run White Boy Rick should he win that lawsuit? Hell no. Funny fucking story. So I remember in the trough of the recession, everybody was hurting. And I was out in Chicago, and Detroit PD did not even have enough money to pull people over. They couldn't run people's plates. They're giving everybody warnings. They couldn't run people's plates. So they're going to have to get that bag from the FBI. I guarantee that DPD is not going to be able to run him $100 million. Give him an IOU on a post-it note or some shit like that. So what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? What's up, Alex from Aloft Magazine, man? He says that and he needs to showcase cannabis lifestyle in Michigan. Yes. I will actually be out in Chicago. I'm gonna have some of my Michigan people meet me out in Chicago in September. And I hope to see some of my Michigan people too. I unfortunately have not seen any of the Michigan cannabis lifestyle since they've gone public. Since they've gone legal. So I have been missing out, but I heard they get it popping like crazy. I really, really, really want to see how Tatiana Grant out there, how she does her thing, because she is a legend already, and I got to work with her virtually over the pandemic, so it's a blessing that we had that. But I want to go to one of her parties, man. She worked with a lot of my homeboys out in the NFL. I want to see how I get down. So, what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about White Boy Rick, man? Want to hear from some Detroit people, some Michigan people, because before I saw him on Netflix, on the Netflix documentary, I had no idea who he was. Straight up, I had no idea who he was. I had no idea what the crazy story about how we got into being an informant. And there were some questions about that this morning when we were live on State of Cannabis NewsHour about him being an informant. Does that affect how he's viewed by everybody? On the surface, yes, but he was recruited by the FBI as a child, as 14 years old. So you can argue one way or the other, but at 14 years old, man, you're being groomed. That's child abuse, straight up. You're being groomed by adults that knew what the fuck they're doing, and they're putting you in a position to snitch on a bunch of people, higher targets. I really don't think that he should have done any time, at all. That's a fucked up situation he got into. He ended up handling himself well, and he ended up moving up the ranks that they put him in. But I really think it's time. And I think the whole story with him, they know and they respect that. So big ups to White Rick. Hopefully his team reaches out. I would love to learn more about directly from him about his story before his documentary comes out. And I hope they're really doing good things over there. One thing that I did have to call out, fucking call out, because I keeps it a buck, is the fact that he said he doesn't consume cannabis. He said he doesn't consume, right? So I got my own feelings about that, is about people running cannabis companies, but he's technically not running the company. He put out a brand. But yeah, I don't know the inner workings of how much control that he has on that. I would love to hear about his actual knowledge of the plant. Is he just the face of the brand? Everybody's set up differently. So there's a lot of question. What's up, Jessica? What's happening? There's questions out there. I'd love to talk to White Boy Rick, see if he's just more of a brand ambassador running the brand. Is he actually a weed nerd that just doesn't consume? I don't know, but he did openly say that he does not consume. So I have my feelings about people running cannabis companies and they don't consume. It's like you don't eat your own cooking. You're a chef and you don't eat your own cooking. How you feel about that, Billy the baker? What's happening, my brother? Chi-Town. I gotta come out to your restaurant, man. I'll be out in the Chi next month. Gotta check out one of your restaurants. G. Vape John in the building. Jessica in the building. Billy the baker. Chris Isley, what's good? Sosa Customer, little bro, what's good? Veronica in the building. Alex, you in both sides over here, man. What you duplicity? My man Aaron, AR Massage Services. Adeline the pretty pity. Join. Welcome. Mary, Miss Mary, what's good? We got some Michiganders in the building. Nobody's speaking up. Let's go, man. Come on. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Y'all mighty silent about White Boy Rick. I just want to hear what's going on. I got my mother-in-laws in the building too. Hi, Linda. So, yeah, girl named Perry. What's happening? Stash Detroit. What's good? So we got Michiganders in the room. I want to hear from some Michiganders. I want to hear what you guys have to say about White Boy Rick, because my thoughts and feelings are pretty irrelevant when it comes to his personal story or anybody and how they feel about him in the Michigan market, because this is about the Michigan market. Boycott Becky. What's happening? Yeah, I would just love to hear from the Midwest, at the very least. The Midwest, the Michigan players out there in the industry or out of the industry. What do y'all think about White Boy Rick? About his story? About Billy the Baker said, never trust anyone that don't eat their own food. Run. Hey, look, I would just love to hear what y'all got to say about this, man. Got big names in cocaine. You got White Boy Rick. Like I said, I didn't know anything about him until I saw the Netflix documentary. That's when I saw that the story popped up early this morning. I was like, yo, I got to get on this, man. Incredible story, incredible background. Glad that he got out after 33 years. And it's I got to admit, it's kind of crazy for me to see a white man, that this happened to a white man. I'm so used to seeing this happen to people that look like me, people that are of darker skin color. So to see what happened to him, getting put in the system the way that he did and get used, chewed up, and spit out by the FBI like he did, it's rather interesting to see it happen to somebody that is white. And I got to give props to him getting in on the social equity movement and actually giving back to the people that majoritively look like us as well. And I got to say too, my dealings with people in Michigan, man, there's a lot of great people who don't look like us in Michigan and in the Midwest that show love also. So everybody on the coasts, from the East Coast to the West Coast, if you guys have not been to the Midwest, out in Michigan, man, Michigan's a different beast, and there's a lot of good white people out there too. So I just had to put that out there, man. My roommate in college was he was a Michigander, and I got lots of family out in Michigan, and it is different out there, and you do see a lot more integration of different races. It probably has a lot to do with the big three out there and all the factory workers. The fact that that's where the middle class really was, the majority of post World War II. But anything else? Any other questions? Any comments? I see y'all Michigan motherfuckers in here too, and y'all ain't give me no comments on this. Y'all don't want to fuck with BMF. Okie doke 101. Okie doke 101 from over here on YouTube says, when is Big Meech gonna come out with his own brand? Like, I don't know. I think I actually read something about a BMF brand in cannabis, but I don't know if they're working on anything like from behind bars or anything like that. I would not be surprised if 50 Cent, he's doing the documentary on Stars, and that's the other thing. Like, Eminem's gonna be playing White Boy Rick for a cameo or two in the series on Stars. So I'd love to see Eminem acting and being somebody not himself as he was in 8 Mile. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if 50 Cent was not in the game. So he's got a lot of crazy investments, and he's got his hand in pretty much everything. I wouldn't be surprised if I think Eminem is in the game. As a matter of fact, I reached out to Chris Jackson on our team. I think he would know way better than I would. But I think Eminem is in the cannabis game. Charlotte Candace said, is Eminem selling Skittles with a Z? I don't think anybody's selling Skittles with a Z anymore after that loss. After the Wrigley Company came after them. Change the name of that strain. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I read something somewhere, and I'm too lazy to Google it right now because it's gonna fuck up my screens and everything. But if y'all can Google it, please tell me. So if that's it, if y'all ain't got nothing else, and y'all Michigan motherfuckers aren't gonna say nothing, I see y'all lurking. But either way, make sure you guys check us out. Have a great weekend. Look out for another episode of the weekly roll up. This weekend on Sunday, going to be dropping where I go over the biggest stories nationwide, not just the ones that I covered every single week. I'll be dropping on Sunday evening. Make sure you guys get out there and show love to everybody in the industry, especially people of color, because we have been unfairly targeted in this shit. Support local businesses. Support local businesses. Support local businesses, please. please. It's inside the industry, outside the industry. That's the only way we're gonna survive in this shit. So go hug and kiss on your mamas and your daddies, love on your babies, all of that. And I will see everybody on Monday morning on State of Cannabis News Hour every weekday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon on the East Coast. We can get your daily dose. And remember, man, you guys look around tonight, man, and y'all see that. Ain't nowhere else to turn. You just got to turn up. Just turn up. If you ain't turning up for me, turn up for Jesus. If you ain't turning up for Jesus, turn up for Buddha. All that shit, man. I love you guys. Please reach out. info@cannavision.com or cannavision.global. DM us with any questions, sponsors, rev share opportunities, even just to learn out more about what we do, because we would be nowhere without the rest of this damn industry. What up, Noah and Growing? About to hop out here, my brother, my sister, whoever you are. Great mask on there. Unless you got comments about White Boy Rick, I gotta hop. I've been on here way longer than I should have been. info@cannavision.com. Check us out, www.cannavision.com. Cannavision Global, decentralized media broadcast organization focusing on the cannabis industry. One network, many voices. I am Rico Lamite, the founder, and I love you all. Even if y'all hating, I love you even more. I'll see y'all on Monday. Peace.